October of 1988 to January of 1989. More on this next week. Fucking Tim Burton. I literally was about to say something, but I just, I gotta leave it for next week, but I just want to fucking, I want to go.
I know.
All right.
I know.
Media, I already go. No, I didn't actually. Media interest was so high that the unit publicist was offered and refused £10,000 for the first picture of Jack Nicholson as the Joker. Police were later called in when 2 reels of footage, about 20 minutes worth of film, were stolen.
Or nicked, as they would say.
Yes. It was definitely nicked out of somebody's truck somewhere. Ham was not allowed to perform rewrites due to the 1988 Writers Guild of America strike. Warren Scarron, who had also worked on Burton's Beetlejuice, did rewrites. Jonathan Gems and Charles McEwen rewrote the script during filming. Only Scarron received screenplay credit with Ham. Ham criticized the rewrites, but blamed the changes on Warner Brothers. Burton explained, "I don't understand why that became such a problem. We started out with a script that everyone liked, although we recognized it needed a little work. Dick Grayson appeared in the shooting script, but was deleted. The filmmakers felt he was irrelevant to the plot." Kane supported the decision. As if I keep throwing those in there because he keeps saying that he does, but nobody gave a shit what Bob Kane had to say. In the original script, with Robin included, the Flying Graysons, John, Mary, and Dick, are introduced at the parade scene. The Joker shoots the trapeze artists, sending John and Mary to their deaths and leaving Dick to survive. Dick later becomes Robin in full costume at the end. The special edition version of the DVD release of this movie features an animated storyboard sequence voiced by Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill of the animated series. It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's kind of pointless, but it's not bad. They were right
for the fans.
They were right to remove it because it was very pointless and it would have stopped this movie to a bloody halt. In the original script, with Robin included, I've already read that. I got to find a better way to read Mark where I am. Keaton was concerned that Batman's secret identity would, in reality, be fairly easy to uncover. Keaton discussed ideas with Burton to better disguise the character, including the use of contact lenses. Ultimately, Keaton decided to perform Batman's voice at a lower register.
I'm a mustache.
Than when he was portraying Bruce Wayne, but became the hallmark of the character. Actually, ironically, in Dark Knight Returns, he had a mustache.
Oh, yeah.
Bruce Wayne had a mustache, and that was that. I mean, you saying that, he might have actually said it.
Yeah, I mean, just because you have to do lower face stuff.
Yeah.
Right around the chin area.
It's true.
Mouth area.
Originally, the climax, the Joker was to kill Vicky Vale, sending Batman into a vengeful fury. As well as Batman being so injured, he had to use a sonic pulse to summon bats, which would ultimately kill the Joker. John Peters reworked the climax without telling Burton and commissioned production designer Anton Furst to create a 38-foot model of the cathedral. This cost $100,000 when the film had already been well over budget. Burton disliked the idea, having no clue how the scene would end. Here were Jack Nicholson and Kim Basinger walking up the cathedral, and halfway up, Jack turns around and says, "Why am I walking up these stairs? Where am I going?" With Burton replying,
"Why the hell am I..."
Kind of, yeah. "Why am I walking up the stairs?" And he says, "We'll talk about when you get to the top." I had to tell him I have no idea why you're going up the stairs. This is again...
Jack's walking up the stairs.
Why am I doing this?
Tim's just like, oh my god, jeez, what am I going to...
Yeah, which is more proof of what I'm saying of Tim Burton did not direct this movie. He had nothing to do with it.
Come on, Tim, think of something spoopy.
Yeah. Build us another place that Batman has to drive through to get to the Batcave, will you? Anton Furst, who did all the production design for Batman, was actually Burton's first choice for Beetlejuice, but he was unavailable as he was working on The Company of Wolves. First in the art department deliberately mixed clashing architectural styles to make Gotham City the ugliest and bleakest metropolis imaginable, with the script literally saying Gotham looked as if hell had erupted through the sidewalks, making it look like, as he puts it, New York if it never had a planning commission. On designing the Batmobile, Furst explained, "We looked at a jet aircraft component, we looked at war machines, we looked at all sorts of things. In the end, we went into pure expressionism, taking the salt flat racers of the 1930s and the Stingray macho machines of the 1950s. The car was built upon a Chevrolet Impala, which, when previous development with a Jaguar and a Ford Mustang failed. The designers of the Batmobile hadn't taken into account the additional 4 inches that Batman's cowl added to Michael Keaton's height. And as such, the cowl got stuck in the sliding cockpit the first time that it had been tested. Since the cockpit
Is there footage of that?
No.
Damn it.
Since the cockpit seat was already positioned as low as possible, an alternative cowl with shorter ears had to be made for the scenes with the Batmobile.
Michael Keaton looking all cool, getting a thing, and then just right on the ears.
Exactly.
Like, damn it.
Yeah. Also, I forgot to write it down, but actually in the one scene where he does jump into the Batmobile and they close the thing, they took the seat out. That was the only way they could do it. But yeah, all the other scenes, if you look at it, you never see the ears. When he's in the fucking thing.
Forehead down.
Yeah, there are no ears.
Like a skull cap or whatever?
Kind of, yeah. The Batmobile was 20 feet long and weighed 1.5 tons and could only travel at roughly 30 miles per hour before it would shake and start to fall apart. As such, the scenes of it driving were hastily sped up. However, they are able to make street-legal Batmobiles now.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. The puppet comedian guy, Jeff Dunham, he's got one. And there is footage of him driving it on the highway. So they're actually
least
able
cool
to do
guy
it.
ever to have that.
I don't give a fuck, man. He's immediately cool to me just because he has one.
Yeah.
If I had his kind of fuck you money, you better believe I'd have a Batmobile.
First thing you'd buy.
Fuck right. You don't think I want an Anton First Batmobile? It's all I ever want. Just saying. Best Batmobile there is.
Agreed.
Costume designer Bob Ringwood turned down the chance to work on License to Kill in favor of Batman. He made the right choice.
Made the right choice.
Ringwood found it difficult designing the Batsuit because the image of the image of Batman in the comics is this huge, big 6'4" hunk with a dimpled chin. Michael Keaton is a guy with an average build, he stated. The problem was to make somebody who was average size and ordinary looking into the bigger-than-life creature. Burton commented, Michael's a bit claustrophobic, which made it worse for the film. The costume put him in a dark Batman-like mood, though, so he was able to use it to his advantage. Because basically he was scared shitless.
It's all grumpy.
And also he couldn't hear shit. That was the other thing I forgot to write down. Is he was basically deaf. Couldn't hear a goddamn thing in that suit.
You ever dance with the devil in the building? Like, what? Did you ever dance with the devil?
I mean, every time he says that, most of the time he does say what, so it kind of works.
Yeah.
You know? Burton's idea was to use an all-black suit, and was met with positive feedback by Bob Kane. Who cares? I'm getting to that point where I'm like, why do we
It's going to be a month full of Bob Kane and everything he stands for.
No, it's not, because I got nothing against Bob Kane. It's just kind of funny that all of these notes that I'm not going to lie, I literally copied and pasted, all of them keep fucking commenting on what Bob Kane said. Nobody gave a shit what Bob Kane said. He was just there so his name could be on the fucking project. Why do they keep giving a shit what he had to say? It's just so weird that all of these keep doing it. I left them in because I thought that was hilarious. That's why they're all still in here. Because I thought that was fucking hilarious. Because, he had no say in anything. So what if he said he didn't like it? They weren't going to change their ideas. It's just kind of funny. Vin Burnham sculpted the Batsuit with Ali... Oh, Jesus. Inyan? I'm going to go with that's right.
Sure.
John Peters wanted to use a Nike product placement with the Batsuit, which happened. His boots are souped-up Nike Air Trainers 3. I'm not fucking kidding. That is true.
I would have loved the plot, him hopping into the Batmobile and you see the swoosh, clear as day.
You can.
You can see the
Not
swoosh.
in the film. Not in the film. But if you see close-ups of the actual suit, you can absolutely see it.
Yeah. Batman swoosh.
Because I also there's a toy, a company that makes ridiculously high-quality figures called Hot Toys.
I fucking love Hot Toys. I don't have $500 for a toy, but I love Hot Toys.
But they made the Michael Keaton Batsuit, and there's fucking swoosh on the foot. Sweet. And I was like, you guys are just the best, aren't you? 28 sculpted latex designs were created. 25 different cape looks and 6 different heads were made, accumulating a cost of $250,000. Comic book fans initially expressed negative feedback against the Batsuit, because they're all stupid. Sorry, that suit looks fucking amazing. Burton opted not to use tight spandex or underpants as seen in the comic books, feeling it was not intimidating.
Underpants.
I mean, I'm sure that's what they were complaining about, because he always had the underpants on the outside, but that suit looks dope. Shut the fuck up. That's all I'm saying. The hooker in the opening scene was originally meant to be 14 years old. She was also going to be shown chatting casually with a couple of cops, showing how corrupt the Gotham police are, even before we met Lieutenant Eckhart. Not that I wish she was 14, but I do wish that the hooker was talking to cops. I really do.
Yeah.
That would have looked a little bit better.
Well, I mean, we'll get to that scene, but just
It's a little... Well, again, doesn't it make a lot more sense that she fucking propositions the kid?
Yeah.
If she was 14? Michael Keaton improvised the famous "I'm Batman" line. In the script, it was "I am the Knight." Before the Joker enters the Gotham City Cathedral with Vicky, he requests over the walkie-talkie for transportation for two to arrive in 10 minutes. Between entering the cathedral and the arrival of the Joker's helicopter, the action inside the cathedral unfolds in exactly 10 minutes. Well, 10 minutes and 30 seconds. I timed it.
Like, did you, like...
I literally did.
Quick.
I literally did. Yeah, it's 10 minutes and 30 seconds. But still, I mean, 30 seconds late, still 10 minutes. That's pretty damn impressive. As an art lover, Jack Nicholson admitted that the scenes in which the Joker destroys priceless works of art was the only scene that made him uneasy. However, the one that he saves is a painting called Figures with Meat by an artist named Francis Bacon, who ironically is my favorite artist. He's known for that specific piece, and several of the others are just these images that he takes of other people's like portraits of different popes, and he paints them really fucked up looking and puts them in really fucked up situations. They look so messed up and disturbing, but they're so beautiful in the way that they're done. I highly recommend looking at Francis Bacon stuff. He's had a really weird, messed up life, but his stuff is incredible.
The only takeaway I have from that is, like, it's meat in the title, and his name is Bacon.
Yeah, well, you know. You do what you gotta do. But it's also because there's two things that hang in meat behind it. But no, like, I do highly recommend checking out that stuff. This stuff is absolutely beautiful.
It's also the best scene in the movie.
It really is.
Spoilers. We'll get there, but...
I mean, it is, you know. Lawrence? Vicky Vale screams approximately 23 times when in danger. Or just when she thinks she's in danger, and gasps 6 times.
Yeah, she is the epitome of
damsel in distress. That's basically what she was there for.
She is literally the, like, definition of that archetype in a film.
Now, it's funny to me because some people would be like, oh, Sean Young would have been better in that role. Really? What would Sean Young have done that Kim Basinger didn't?
She screamed
There's
differently.
nothing you can do. This was one of the most one-dimensional roles I've ever seen for a character. It was just, there is nothing here for this character. So Kim Basinger showed up, screamed, and said a couple lines, and had legs.
Vicky Vale is as deep as a kiddie pool.
Yeah, this was not serving a character in the Batman universe. So part of me is like, all right, well, I'm kind of glad they didn't call her Silver St. Cloud, so at least they didn't, waste a good character. But yeah, Vicky Vale is pretty pointless.
Yep.
So, let's get to some fun parts here. The music.
Lawrence.
Burton hired his music collaborator from Pee-wee and Beetlejuice to score this movie. Oingo Boingo frontman Danny Elfman. I will always call him that because that name is stupid.
I love it.
Oingo Boingo. It's a dead man's party. What do you want from me? Yeah, that's right. I know who he is. Elfman was worried he had never worked on a production that large in budget and scale, as was producer John Peters, who was skeptical of hiring Elfman, but was later convinced when he heard the opening of what is now called the Batman March. And if you have never...
One of the greatest pieces of music ever
if you've never
composed.
heard that, you're just wrong.
Well, you haven't seen this movie then.
Or you haven't seen Batman, because most of the time... When you see Batman in some kind of film footage, they play a variation of this theme. Because this is now synonymous with Batman. Because you're absolutely right. This is one of the greatest pieces of music ever made. Film or otherwise. Like, this and the Superman theme are just...
Perfect.
There is not, like, you cannot...
They epitomize the character they are meant for.
Yeah, like, they're just incredible. And they're, like... I'm not kidding. Like, both of these have brought tears to my eyes. They're that fucking good. So yeah, just. Peters and Goober wanted Prince to write music for the Joker and Michael Jackson to do the romance songs. Elfman would then combine the style of Prince and Jackson's songs together for the entire film score. Glad that didn't happen. Burton protested the idea, citing, "My movies aren't commercial like Top Gun." Then don't direct Batman.
He didn't want Prince?
No, he didn't want Prince.
His royal badness?
He doesn't like Prince.
Well, don't go as far as say Tim Burton doesn't like Prince.
Oh, no, he didn't.
No?
No, he didn't.
Oh, then fuck that guy.
Yeah. No, he didn't like Prince. He was like, not like as a person. He's
no,
not
he's not like
he's a fucking asshole. No,
for.
he just didn't like his music.
Prince, don't fuck you.
Yeah. Elfman enlisted the help of Oingo Boingo lead guitarist Steve Bertley and Shirley Walker, remember her, to arrange the compositions for the orchestra. Shirley Walker later did the music for Batman the Animated Series.